Welcome, my authors. So today I'm going to be showing you how to design your book cover in Canva. So here we have the home page. You want to sign up for an account. So Canva offers a free account, which you can create book covers on. And it also offers paid accounts where you will get access to more of Canva's features. But you can use the free account. I use both. Sometimes I use the paid account. Sometimes I use the free account, as I do have multiple accounts. Right now we're working on the paid account, but I will look for a cover that has um, I will look for a free cover in this design. So once you get your account, what you want to do is go to this search button right here. Well, this search space. And you want to type in ebook cover. Once you type in ebook cover, some options will come up. Let's go with ebook cover templates. So let's press that. And right away, you're going to get some templates. And you want to search for ebook cover, let's see, that goes with your niche. So suppose you want to do an ebook about, or suppose you're doing an ebook about just peace, the peace of the Lord, how to have peace in your life. I see this cover right here. Let's select it. And it has someone, as you can see, they appear to be walking along. It looks like there's water on one side. You have the sky there. It just looks like they're in a whole different world. So let's customize this. So what you want to do is you select the template, and actually, if you want to go down, you can actually go down. I want to make sure that template isn't free. So let's find a free one. And actually, when I think about, peace, I do think about the beach, which this one actually reminded me of. So let's X out of this and let's go back up, because now we're going to get more specific. We can type in, let's try to see if they have beach ebook template. So let's go down, up right away. We see we have a template here with water. We want to make sure we choose a free one. Anyone with a crown, that is not free. Okay, let's see here. So you have a woman walking on the beach and it doesn't have a crown. That one is free. So let's go down some more and see what we have. Let's see here. We have this one right here where it looks like the person is surrounded with water. And sometimes, like you see the 2 through 4, it kind of tries to help you out with your ebook. It's not just a cover, but you can still choose that one. But they're kind of like paddling, so I don't exactly want that one. Let's go through some more. There's a beach right there. Let's see, but that has a crown on it. How about we go back up? I'm not seeing many beach scenes that are free, but we did see the one at the top. So let's go back up there. This one right here, it doesn't have a crown. Let's click on that. So we're going to click on Customize Template. So now we only want to do the cover, right? That's actually a good picture right there too. But we only want to do the covers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bigger. And what I'm going to do is, as you can see, if you look at these symbols up here, there's one that looks like a garbage can. You can actually go through and you can press the garbage can for the ones that you don't want, because right now we're just doing a cover. So I got rid of everything else. And now what we're going to do is begin to customize this for our own cover. This is how you design an ebook cover for yourself. We have to decide what we want and what we don't want. So we're going to do a basic one. We don't have to have our email address down here. So let's press on that. You press on it. Okay, so this arrow selects different things. Put the arrow on the space that you want to change. You click on it. So now this just highlighted the words. We want to get rid of this whole text box here because this is what you call a text box. We don't just want to get rid of the words. We want to get rid of that whole thing. So if it selects the words, as you see the words are highlighted there, go back outside. This is how you start it all over again. Click outside. So let's do that again because when I clicked outside, it actually didn't change. So let's see here. So let me explain. It disappeared. So you can click, once you click on there, the reason why I highlighted the words because I clicked 2 times. So I'm going to go outside and click outside of the design and click. It got rid of everything. I'm going to go back, and once it highlights it, I'm going to click 1 time. And then I'm going to click the trash can because I don't want that. Now I'm going to deal with this next text box. Okay. I want to keep it, but I want to write my name in it. So what you're going to do, click it again. Then what you can do actually is begin to type. So I'm going to type my name in there, Nichole Quarterman, and now my name is there. What else do I need to do? I need to change the name of the book. And this is the subtitle. I want to change the subtitle or get rid of the subtitle. So if I'm going to give this a title, what would a title name be for this? So the person, we were talking about peace, and the person appears to have a paddle, like they're paddling. I'm not even exactly sure if they're in a boat, but we're going to say that they are in some type of, let's see here. Let's just say they're in a boat. And actually, this is good because now I can show you some things. He really does not look like he's in the boat. He actually looks like he's standing on land. So I'm going to go here and put my arrow on the Nichole Quarterman, and I'm going to put that up here. So if you tap it, you put your arrow on it, and you tap it 2 times, you can move it. And remember I said to select, you would actually click and click again. For the title, you want to go in and you can click 2 times. But for this, I would say you just put that cursor at the beginning of the end and you can highlight it all the way going across. To move it, you're clicking 2 times to move that title, and you're clicking 2 times to move the subtitle. 2 light clicks. Whereas you can also, there's different ways to doing it. So if you have have it highlighted, the subtitle, and you press it again, it will highlight everything. For some reason with the title, it's not doing that, maybe because it's longer and it's bigger. So I would just put the cursor in the beginning and just go across it. For some people, if you go inside and you just keep clicking over and over again, like multiple clicks, it will highlight it also. I'm trying to figure out right here what's going on with the land and the paddle. So what I want to do is click on the element, which is click on the guy. So nothing's happening when I'm doing that. So what that tells me is that I want to, let me just make this a little smaller here. And we should also be able to move this, but it's not moving. So what I'm thinking is, let's click on the whole thing. Now, when you click on the cover, you'll see this border come around it. And then you can press edit. All right. Once you press edit, this will come up right here, this toolbar. You can press crop. Crop will allow you, number 1, to adjust the cover. So if I want to maybe put the screen higher and put the person in the cover higher, I can do that. If I want to go smaller with it, I don't want the person to be too big, I want to go smaller, or if I want the person to be bigger, I can go bigger with the person. So let's see what this looks like. So I think I made the person bigger. So we have that. I actually am going to press edit again. So I press on the cover, then I press on edit, and I want to press crop. I'm going to press edit, and I'm going to press crop again because I actually do want him to be higher, as higher as high as they'll take him in this. I really would like it to appear as if he is in some type of boat. So let's see. We're going to play around with this for a little bit so that you guys can get a feel for the options that are available. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start adding some elements, features, or photos into our cover. So let's go over here to elements. When we go over to elements, we can type in what we want. So now I would really like for it to look like the guy is in a boat. So let's see. I'm going to type in boat. Now with this, you have what you call transparent. These have no background. So when you put them in, they blend more. So what we want to do is really try to find a transparent boat. Now I can type in here transparent boat and see what comes up. And as you see, some things will come up that have no background. Okay, so let's look in photos because photos are more realistic than the graphics. Okay, so you can go to see all. Now, you see all of these crowns in here? They mean that they are not they're not with the free plan. As you scroll through, if you press these lines right here with the circles, you can put in free. And when you put in free, you could click outside of it. It's only going to show you free stuff. And what I'm looking for is a transparent boat. I'm not sure if they'll have a transparent boat. Let's try graphics now. So they have these things. So you will be kind of limited at times with the some people say they usually can find everything they want. I really need maybe like a silhouette because this is so black over here. I would look for like more of like a dark silhouette of a boat. Let's look at this one right here. That looks like a boat. Not sure what the thing is in the middle, but guess what? We can take that and we can go to our colors up here. And these are the colors of that boat. So what I can do is I can press on one of the colors, and as I said, I would like it black because the other thing is much lighter and it does not blend. So let's see. What we'll do is we'll find black, which is right here, and we'll press black. So it made it darker. And then what's going to happen is when we press this right here, which is the other color, those were the two colors that made up the boat, we'll press black again. I'm not sure why the boat didn't go completely black. Let's click on it again. It doesn't look like it's getting darker. All right, what if we made it kind of small? Now, as we're looking at this toolbar, we're still in editing mode. We can go to this right here. It says transparency when you put your uh mouse on it. And you can make it kind of transparent some. See that? It's almost like disappearing. So I'm really not liking this, but let's go back to our boats again. So I just threw that in the trash. We really need something darker, almost like a dark colored boat that's by itself. And you know what else we could do if that's not working for us? Well, let me just look a little bit more. Oh, we got a submarine there. But what I'm thinking about now is I also saw instead of transparent boat, let's put person on a boat. And let's see here. You know, sometimes when you want to get your picture just right, your cover just right, you have something in mind that you're looking for. It takes a little extra time to figure out what the right picture is. Now that we changed person on the boat, I'm going to go back to photos also and just look and see what we have because we really do need something more realistic. I was trying to find a boat to blend in with here, but I couldn't really find the right boat. But I'm going to just make this bigger right here also and see what we can find to blend in with our picture. As we know, all of these are free. I'm just trying to find something that kind of blends in. Let me see. I did see that one in the beginning with the guy that was on the boat. The thing is, because we have that cover, we want to make sure the cover looks kind of dark. We want to make sure that whatever we choose is kind of like on that grayish scale. let's see what we can do with this. It's a little bit lighter, but we may have to change the whole cover. We can do that. And it looks a little bit brighter and it has a person there. So you know what we can do? We can actually go to the cover and we can get rid of the cover. I just got rid of the cover. And then I'm going to enlarge it. You want to take your um mouse and just hover over these circles right here. And they point into the direction that will make the photo bigger. And you can just go outside of the line if you want it real big, or you can make it small, you can make it smaller. So let's just fill up this. I'm going to go to the corner right here, made that bigger, and I'm going to go to the corner right here. And now we have the whole cover on. Click outside so you can see without any of the symbols on the cover, so you can see what that looks like. Now I'm going to place my arrow on, or my mouse on my name, and bring my name, click 2 times and drag down. And now look what I have come into. The white print in my name blends in with the boat. So what do I want to do? I need to change that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to multiple click, 1, 2. 2 clicks got the first name. So now I'm going to try 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. That didn't do it. 1, 2, 3. Now that did it. So it's like you're just clicking it multiple times to get it to highlight everything. Or you, like I said before, take the cursor at the begin. Click in front of the N, or the first letter of your name. And then drag it across and it'll highlight it that way too. So get in front of that first letter of your name, click 2 times and drag that cursor through. Let me just show you how to do that again. So my cursor is there. I click to get inside in front of the N. Actually, I just clicked to make sure that cursor was there. I don't know if they show it to you. Let me see. You get inside, you click there. See that cursor blinking? And once it's blinking, you click 2 times and drag across. 1, 2. Let's try it again. 1, 2. Okay, there it goes. All right. And we want to change the color. So we're going to change the color by pressing this A up here. See how it has the letter A with all the different colors under it? So you're going to press that. And you know what? I would say let's do a dark blue. So this blue, let's see. I don't know if that's the blue I want. I'm going to click outside of the design to see if that took place. And it did. I think I want the blue darker. So I'm going to go back over here, click. Yeah, so that's giving me some issues. I'm going to click 1 time and then click 2 times and drag across. And I'm going to now go back up to the letter A. It has the color blue that I chose. Click on that. I want a darker blue. So it says default colors under here. I'm going to press see all. So that's kind of an eggplant. Oh, here's a darker blue. I'm going to press that. And I also decided that the letters looked a little skinny to me, so I'm going to go press bold. Then I'm going to click outside of the design. And I like that better. So let's make this smaller. I can move it to wherever I want it to. I'm going to keep it right there. I think I'm also going to make this a little smaller, and I'm going to click on it 2 times to move it. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is when you click on it to move it, and if you click outside and nothing happens, just keep clicking outside. It'll disappear, and you can click 1, 2, and I can move it. Now, if you notice, as I'm moving it, there is this line in the center. That is letting you know that your name is centered. I actually want to move it back a little bit because it's running into the line that's on the boat. There, Nichole Quarterman. And then let's work on I'm going to make this bigger again so we can see that, so you can see this. Let's work on the title. And we wanted this book to be about peace. So let's see, a title with peace. Let's see, a name can be Finding Peace in a Season of Chaos. Finding the Peace of the Lord in the Season of Chaos. Or we can put, the Bible says when Jesus knew the crucifixion was getting closer, and he said to the disciples, my peace I leave you. And it goes on, he says, my peace I leave you, peace I give unto you, not as the world gives. So maybe we'll name it, My Peace I Give You. Let's put that as a title. My Peace I Give You. Once again, we need to change the colors of the title. It is too light. It's blending in with the cover. Let's see what it looks like black. Click outside after you choose your color. And here, we're going to highlight that. For the title, I would like bolder. I would like to find a different font. You can go here for your font. Press on it. It actually has recommended fonts. I want my piece I give to really stand out. There's a lot of fonts you can choose as you go down the line. Let's try League Spartan. And so what I also want to do is make this bigger. I can go here, but you got to make sure it's highlighted. I can go here and make that bigger. Or I can click outside and I can go here. Remember I told you the circles are how you enlarge or make things smaller? Hover over that circle. When you see that diagonal line, it's going to make it bigger. Let's unselect the words piece. Let's select it. Select that box again and we can go. And the more we drag it, the bigger it's going to get. Make sure that those words are unselected though. My piece I give you. I guess they wanted a more minimalistic look, so that's why they have everything so drab, and then you have the woman with the red on. It really pops. So if you want more color, you can do red for your title. Yeah, that's bright red. But this says photo colors, which is the colors in the photo. Let's press that. Tap outside the design. My piece I give you. It gives it a pop, right? I kind of would like to even make that title bigger. There we go. My piece. And then for the subtitle, you can put something like resting in the peace of the Lord. I'm going to make this bigger. Resting in the peace of the Lord. And what we want to do is, you know what? I want to actually add a shape in there because this sail right here, I believe that's a sail. It is kind of throwing off the title some. So it's making the title look out of place. So let's go to elements again and we're going to put a shape in here. So you press on elements and then you go here to the search box, you can put shape. Let's find a square or something to put our title in. Press on shapes. We don't really want to be in photos. We want to go to graphics and just find a nice square to go in there. Let's actually go to all. So all will be, it'll name the graphics, the frames, the photos, everything. I just want a decent shape and I want the shape to be, I would say, let's try white. Here's white here. And what we can do is widen that for our title. Remember, click outside and then you can click 2 times and drag. Widen it a little bit more. And let's make that smaller so we can get a bird's eye view. What we can do is also make it gray to blend in more because I think that's too much of a pop. So let's press on to the shape. Okay. And let's find, we need to color it. So we would go here to color. Go to photo colors, press that gray. You see how it kind of blends in? Let's drag our title up. We need to center the shape. There's our line in the middle. And then we can put our title over it. Just thinking of things that'll make it look better. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of information. Hopefully you'll be able to go through this video, rewind if you need to. Let me just make this bigger because now it's blending in better. I want to make sure it's in the right place inside of our shape. We got that line there that lets us know. So my piece I give you, it's bothering me a little bit. I want to put to you. My piece I give to you. So now I'm going to actually make my title smaller now so that it fits inside that shape. Make the box a little bigger. There we go. My piece I give to you. We can also make the box It's a little bit more fitting for the title. You see how it's highlighted the smaller box? I like that border. Let's add a border. And I think we can add a black border. So this is the border right here. And right now it has no border, but we can say, let's put a line around this. And ooh, that line is kind of thick. So let's thin the line out some. There we go. And let's see over here. I just want to bring that out a little bit. There we go. My piece I give to you. So our cover is starting to come together. But now that we made the sign red, we want to come down here. You can actually change the font of Nichole Quarterman to match the title by pressing once again on your fonts. And we had chose League Spartan. I put the font in League Spartan. And I also want to now, since the title is red, make the either red or black. So come up to the text color and I'm going to choose black. Click outside the box to see what you did, and I think that looks much better. All right. And we can also, like we did up here, we can give it a text box, maybe like a white one, just for the name. So let's go back over here to shapes. Click the square. I want the square to blend in. So I got to change the color by clicking on the pink that you see up here. And I'm going to go to the colors within the photos. I don't see white in there, but let's just click on white right here. And we're going to take that box, bring it down. Now, in some instances, the box will be over the letters, but it seems to be under the letter here. In some instances, the box will come out over the letters, and that's when you would go to position. And whatever you have highlighted, you can move it forward or you can move it backward. When you have different layers and you wanted to put it behind everything, like a background, you can press to back and it will go all the way to the back where you won't even see it anymore. But this is not a background, so let's bring that forward. And the white, I kind of still wanted to blend in with the boat kind of. But what I can do is I showed you guys the transparency already. Let's really hug this white around this name, and we're going to go to transparency again. We don't want it so bright. We want to take some of that brightness out. Let's make it kind of transparent, just a little bit, so that it's unbothered by what's behind it, like these black lines. Let's click outside. Okay. I would like to make it a little bit more transparent. So let's see here. Transparent. You can still see the line, but it's not so, it's not really impeding the name. But now that I've done that, to me, the boat actually looks a little grayish. So I want to go back and change the color again to the sign. I want it to be, there we go. You see that? It blends in better. My piece I give to you. We have Nichole Quarterman at the bottom. And then let's bring our subtitle up. Of course, we need to change the color. I would change it to the same as the title. So press on that colorful A right there at the top. Go to your photo colors, press that. Click outside of the box. It did it. Now for this, I would change the font to, once again, we're pressing on the font tab up here. League Spartan. And there we go. It's the same font, but I didn't bold it like I did my title. And I'm wondering if I should widen this box and put my subtitle in there. Yeah. And what we can do to set this apart, which is what I would do, is I would want to put some type of line in there. So I will once again go to shapes, see all, but let me type in line here. Here we go, right here. Some people may want to do this or do something else, which you're definitely able to choose. And then I want to click 2 times on that line. Now, I can make the line bigger. So let's select the line. I don't want to make it bigger, but what I do want to do is I want to make it longer. Let's actually move this line out of here so we can work that. It's not. Click on the line. It has to select it. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So that is actually rotating the line. Let me move the peace sign. I don't know what happened. Okay, something like this happened. This is what I want you to do. You can press undo. Undo would also change it. Now, I don't know how those two got hooked up together, but I want to get the line by itself. So I'm going to move my titles out of the way and I'm going to work with this line. Okay, so this is a directional arrow. It is going to go up or down. If you move your mouse up and down, you have to move your mouse straight out. And it may move as you are doing that, but we want to make it straight. I hope this is straight. Is it slanted? It looks slanted to me. Okay, I think I straightened it out. Now let's put our, what color do we want the line to be? That's a good question too. Let's click on the line. Okay, so now I'm seeing something here. Line start, line end. Let's see what happens when we press on this. So you can change the design of your line. Let's see what this is. Line type. We wanted a straight line. Okay. Now we need to color this line. So let me see here. If we click on the line, let's go click into the border. So this would be if we want it thicker. We don't want it thicker. Rounded endpoints. Let's see what that is instead of square. But what we're trying to find is we need to color this line. Oh, it's right here. Color. Circle next to the border. Blending in for some reason. Let's make the line. We can make it red to blend in with everything else, or we can make it black. Let's see which one looks better. I think I want to stick with the red. Gonna drag down our titles, clicking 2 times and dragging up. I actually want the line to come down a little bit, and then I would open that up some more and I would drag. Let's click outside to refresh it. It's highlighting the line. The line I'm going to put back up a little bit so I can get to the subtitle. Just keep hovering over it till it highlights it, then click. Let's make this bigger. I'm going to drag that down some so that I can drag this down some, the line down some. So it looks balanced, right? And here we go. We have our cover. Now, also, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. So say we wanted just a different box outside of what we already have. Okay. And we want to put maybe our name down in the other part of the box. We could say, okay, well, let me bring a shape in, press on elements, press on all. Actually, line is still in there. Okay, so that's the last thing we press. So what we need to do is exit to clear it. And then there's our box. Okay, we can have the box be, maybe we want the box to be red because that seems to be the highlighted color. It's a dark red. And we want to put that there. Sometimes people like to add things at the bottom. Maybe we want our name to really stand out. So we drag the name onto the shape. Let's make this a little smaller. Say we want just for it to have some more color, I guess. And then we can highlight our name. Okay. I'm doing multiple clicking here. Okay, there we go. And I don't want to keep the name white if I do that because I'm adding more color. What I want to do is I want to go to, I don't want to keep the name black if I do that. I actually want to make it white and I want to make it bigger. And look at that. I went into some videos that I could offer that I thought would be much more professional, I would say. But when I went into the videos, everybody treated Canva like everyone that they're presenting the video to already knows something about Canva. So I tried to do this from a standpoint as if you don't know much about Canva. Hopefully, if you don't know anything about Canva, this helped you. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. I just wanted to give you an just roundabout idea of how to use the different features in Canva if you are designing your own ebook. Now, there's other things that you can do. You can the upload button. The upload button would have things that you've been working on or have worked on. Say I wanted to upload something with a cover with the business, Digital Marketing Empire. I could put that in there and I could make that a cover. When working with the sizes and shapes, I really actually would have made this a certain size, but could really have made it a cover to put your personal things in. If you're doing it off of a story or skill, this is a certain size because I've used it for other things, but with the paid Canva subscription, you can resize, but you can go here to the upload files and go on your computer and upload files that you have. So if I'm going into uploads and I want to upload a picture, let's see here. Here's a picture right here actually that I could upload. This, I would be, once I press on it, it would be right here and you would see a line going across, and when it was done, that means it's fully uploaded, and then you can just easily make that the cover. It's blending in with what I have on there already, but that's how you upload your own stuff, all right? And you can work with it and customize it like I customized this. So, but basically this was the basics of Canva so that you can create your ebook cover. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for viewing. Hope it didn't confuse you too much, and just have fun with it.